Well guys, it's that time. Time to change the inverter and old ding ding over here. We are making some brackets right now. And probably wondering guys why. I'll tell you later why, but I have purchased a new inverter here for old ding ding. We're using a GOPOWER, and we got a lot of stuff. A lot of GOPOWER stuff. This is gonna be a noisy vlog, guys, but tons of GOPOWER stuff. Solar panels. I've decided that I'm pretty much done with the other companies. For me, these companies, it's all about customer service, and I've talked to a lot of companies, and GOPOWER is really popular. They have a lot of stuff, a lot of good quality stuff, and their customer service is incredible. Now, if you guys are wondering, well, you want to get one, Eddie, but you got no installer. If you're in the San Diego area, my man over here, Jonas, you can contact him.
What's up, fellas?
And he does all this stuff mobile. That's what's nice, is he's a mobile electrician. So when I say mobile, he's not gonna like come and fix like your slide in your toy hauler. He's a mobile electrician. So if you want to do solar panels, anything like that, Jonas, you have an email they can contact you at?
Yes, I'll give it to you and you can put it on the link.
Okay, perfect. I'll put the link, his email, down in the description, and you guys can contact him. But we are putting in here a GOPOWER 2000 watt inverter right here. And now I'm going to try to do an install for you guys, or he's going to try to explain to you guys and do an install for you guys so you can do it if you'd like. But I know they're difficult. I know people don't feel comfortable. It does take work. This is not a simple plug and play task. And what is awesome about this inverter is it is a, how would you call it? It's a dual 50 amp basically, right, Jonas? Or dual leg inverter?
Yes, it's dual leg. So it works off both legs compared to some other inverters where they only have one leg fed. So with the single leg fed, only some of your stuff in your RV will work. With this one, it will power everything, and it will also allow enough power to pass through to start your AC units, to do all this other stuff that some of the other brands won't.
Yes, and you guys, I don't know if I told you guys, but that's the problem. You guys remember the old inverter I had? That was the issue that I was having with it. And that inverter that I had, it's good for a 30 and 50 amp system, but I have a 50 amp system in my toy hauler, and I want pretty much an inverter that's going to power both. So currently right now, I don't want to get too ahead, but Jonas has made 2-aught battery cables coming from the battery to the front, drilled holes underneath, and you can see right there he's pulled them through. We just made those. I'll have him explain everything. This is the transfer switch here. I want to make sure my terminology is proper for you guys here, so I'm not feeding you BS. But so if you got a transfer switch, a lot of these toy haulers, when you have this, you will only get like TV and anything that runs off of 110 if you're plugged in. Well, when I'm out in the desert, I don't want to have to start my generator just so my son can watch TV. They're loud, they're obnoxious. I don't want to deal with that. So that's why I'm putting an inverter in. And this thing, well, it's going to be awesome because you can have your 110, you can have pretty much everything running off the inverter. If batteries get low, you can start the generator, it'll transfer. And I'm going to show you guys how he's going to install it once he gets to that. Right now, what we're doing is he's making brackets because I want this mounted right there along the wall so I can try to have as much room, in here as I can. We all know, these toy haulers are tight in here. So once he's done with that, I'll start on that for you. Okay, so far, all we've done pretty much is got some 2x4, mounted it up. He's got the 2-aught battery cable that GOPOWER does provide. He's got that hooked to the positive. Now we're going to wait on the negative because I am putting a battery smart shunt in here. So you got to take the 2-aught cable that they send you from the battery. So it's going to go from the battery into your toy hauler, and then you can see there he's hooking from the battery into the toy hauler to the shunt. See that? And then he's gonna hook where is it? This one right here. This is something you're gonna have to do, guys. You're gonna have to pretty much separate it, because now one's got to go from the shunt back up to the inverter. So that's how to put the battery shunt in. And then once we move to the next step, I'll show you how he hooks everything into this transfer switch. So now he's got the wire pulled. He just fed it through here. You can see that. This is going to power the other leg. So this wire right here, Jonas, this wire comes from the generator, correct?
This is your generator power here.
I can't see it. Hold on. Let's adjust the light for me. There we go. Okay. That's the
generator power into this side of the contactor. Okay. Shore power into this side of the contactor. You also have your shore power is tied into your transfer switch. You have a normally open contactor and a normally closed contactor. Hold on, I gotta
slow down so they understand. Okay. So, if you guys understand what he's saying, is this is the generator right here. Okay, the generator went where? This is going where?
The generator. So we'll start with shore power. Okay. Shore power here. You're plugged in. You have power here. When it senses power here, it comes, lets this thing know, and it will close this contactor.
Okay.
Then you will get power here. So what we'll do from here, this is your sub panel.
That is in the kitchen.
That is in the kitchen.
So those are the breakers he's talking about, guys.
Yep. And then one of these lines will be your into. One of them will be coming into your
inverter
on the inside, and that will tie to the top of this contactor.
Correct.
And then the outline we will junction with this wire here, and it will go to your sub panel. So essentially what's happening is anything is coming through your inverter, whether it's generator power or shore power, and going through the inverter to your sub panel.
So I know it's confusing, guys, but don't worry, I will show the install. You know, I'll show how it's hooked up and everything once it's all done and complete. So now what he's doing, guys, is he is feeding the in part into the inverter, correct?
Yeah, you can see there's a diagram here.
Yeah, in there.
You got your AC1, AC1, AC2, AC neutral, in, your AC out 1, AC out 2, and your neutral, and both your grounds are tied right here.
Okay, and once he's done, guys, I will show you a close-up. Let's let him finish, and then I'll show you guys. Jonas, can you show them how you wire the inverter? I'm gonna have him give him it's tight in here. I'm gonna have him give you a close-up to show him the inverter, how you got those wires ran in there.
So on the back there, you can see there's a diagram that says AC in 1, AC in 2, and AC in, which is regarding to the neutral. And it goes AC in 1, AC in 2, neutral. And then on the other side, there's the same diagram, just out. So AC out 1, AC out 2, AC out neutral. And then right here is your grounds that are tied together as well.
And then what did you do right at the transfer switch?
So the transfer switch, this line here, if you follow it, it comes and lands here. That is tied to your AC out here.
And that's coming from where?
The outside, the load side of the inverter.
Okay.
So the load side of the inverter will go to your sub panel, and the inside of the inverter will come off of your contactor right here.
Okay. So I hope you guys can understand this. I know this is you know, more than above average stuff. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say this is simple, easy, you know, but if you take your time or get someone, maybe you and a buddy or somebody that knows that's a little bit mechanically inclined, you guys can figure this out. Again, though, don't, you know, if you don't know what you're doing at all, I would not, you know, because you are playing with electricity here. So if you know, I don't know, how can I explain this, Jonas? I guess if you're, don't zap yourself.
Or blow up your inverter.
Yeah, or damage your inverter. So if you guys feel confident enough to do it, you can do it. Just make sure, I mean, that's why, you know, it's pitch black in here. well, this light on, but because we got all the power, got everything dead, you know, the whole coach, battery disconnect, everything, we got it all dead. So, and remember, if it is dead, guys, you do get a little zap. That's normal because you still have some voltage and energy stored in the capacitor. So I guess what's the best way to get rid of it? Tap the cables together?
You can tap them together, but be careful because it's gonna get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Over time it will dissipate. Or you just want to really be careful taking it off immediately because that's the time it's going to be the most loaded.
Okay.
With voltage. If it's been sitting for a while, typically there's not enough voltage to hurt you, but if you guys
if you guys know you're going to work on it. So the problem with me, why I didn't shut anything off, I still got the fridge. We're getting ready to leave to the desert. By the time you see this video, we're already out there. So I kind of got to get this done. So that's why I didn't leave it off. It's been off now. But now once he's done, we're going to kick everything back on and test everything out. Make sure we're clicking, everything's transferring, we're good to go. So I just ran this temporary, you know, for the battery smart shunt. Now, this, guys, is probably the most crucial thing I would say to get if you're going to add anything on your package. Get a battery smart shunt. It's very, very important, very useful. This is probably, to me, the most ideal and crucial piece right here, what you need. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. So, when you get it, it's going to pretty much be like this. And you're like, well, what the heck? Why, you know, nothing's making sense over here. It's telling me 0 and this and that because you got to set it up. Now, I'll show you guys how to set this up because obviously this is not right. So, I've got 2 batteries. They're each 100 amp hours apiece. So first thing we're going to do is hold the OK button for 3 seconds. Okay, bam. So, see the cap? Cap for me is set to 200. Now we're going to come down to the high voltage right here, which for me, I have lithium iron phosphate. It is going to be 14.3. So we're going to go here. So mine is going to be my high voltage with my 2 lithium iron phosphates is going to be 14.3. So we're going to go here. Oops. Then click OK. Go right there. 14. Bam. Hit OK again. 0.3. And make sure when you guys are doing this that your battery is full. So you don't want to set this and the batteries, you know, aren't full or low because you're setting it right now what the 100% is. I'm going to set it to 20 instead of the alarm turning off at 40. So when I get to 20 amp hours, I want this thing to start yelling at me, basically. Tell me, hey, something's wrong over here. Okay, so now we're done. So now what you're going to want to do is hold the up button and watch. You'll see everything reset. Boom. See that? So now it's all reset, charged, showing 200 amps, percentage. That's it. You're done. You're good to go with that. So now, your inverter charge remote. Very simple. RJ45. Plug it in. It's going to tell you initializing. Give it a little bit, and you can set this up. And I'll show you how I have set mine up. So, I'll go through. You can see here the options. Very simple. Shore power. Mine's set to 50 because I have a 50 amp here in the garage. Now, you can head down, go to unit readings. So for me, it's going to just tell you some info. 121, 60 hertz, AC input. Let's go now back and go down to unit setup. This is important. Search watts, not worried about it, not worried about that. Equalization, you don't do that with lithium iron phosphate because you can damage the battery. Absorption charge time, I leave that set. It's set to 2. I leave it for 1 hour. Final charge. So when you guys get it, it's going to be set to multi-stage. You have multi-stage or you have silent stage. I set mine, I like to set it at float. That's, you know, letting pretty much the batteries get full and keeping them topped off. So that's what I set mine to, is the float. Because, again, I have lithium iron phosphate battery. So if you guys don't, you can change all that. Charge rate is 80. You got battery type. Again, I don't have AGMs, I don't have flooded, I don't have gels, lithium iron phosphate, custom, and you set the custom voltage. So my absorption is 14.4, my float is 13.6. Those are really the most crucial things right there, guys. Other than that, that's about it. You're done. You're good to go. You can turn the inverter on off or your charger on off from here, and this will tell you and give you all the info that you're looking for. Now I'm going to do these solar panels for you guys another day, just because the weather is getting ugly, and it looks like it's gonna rain. So I want to, you know, take the panels out, test it for you guys, and show you. But I will show you the panels real quick. We'll go into the other garage over here, and I'll show you what panels I'm doing and how I'm going to wire those panels up. This is the real man cave right here, boys. So we got right here 2 of the panels, and with these guys, so with their controller, you guys got to remember, and I'm going to do another separate video for you on this. Their PWM controller, remember, very important if you guys get this system. You cannot wire these in series, guys. They go in parallel. So what that means is, and they will provide you with these right here, these little adapters. All you're going to do is plug it in right here, just like that. Boom, that one goes into here, positive goes into this one, then the negative goes into the other side, into this one, and then negative is going to go onto this side. So make sure you hook these up in parallel, and like I said, I'll do more for you guys once I am going to this step, but right now, because the weather is so ugly, we're going to wait on this. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys like this video or have any questions, you can DM me at Eddie's Life. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.
Yeah.